Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of crazy questions about what this crazy thing is on my rods that you see in the videos. So let me tell you, this here is one of the breakthrough products that I've been using this year, and boy has it ever changed the way I fish. This is an Anglr tracker. What this does, this pairs with the Anglr app that's free to any smartphone users and allows you to track every cast, every hook set, and every dropped pin that you would like to have. What happens is, this is a Bluetooth tracker that actually connects directly to your iPhone app, again with the Anglr app. The Anglr app is free. This thing is the new way to track all of your information from your fishing trips. You can go out, you can track this thing, you can take your smartphone app out. Again, it is iPhone, Android, compatible. Once you start a trip, you can go up here to the top left hand side, choose the tracker, drag it down, and you'll see the tracker come on. Again, this thing is Bluetooth, so what happens is when you have an Anglr, when you have a trip going on here, you can actually, every cast that you make, every hook set that you have, and you also map points on them, or you can pinpoint spots on a map with this device. As you can see here, there is a button on the top here, and what happens is if you come across a spot, say you're pitching on a bedded fish in the springtime, you know that there's a bedded fish here, you see that there's bedded there, you can actually press the button. It will actually drop a pin on the app, so you don't have to go back, pull out your phone either out of your pocket or the glove compartment of your boat, and it will actually drop a pin there. You can actually go back into the web-based app and actually set those things as what they are. For example, you can go onto the app as well, and you can name those different things. For example, if you're on a weed bed and you want to actually mark that, you can press the button, go back and actually name that weed bed or honey hole or whatever you wanted to do. You can do that all from the smartphone app. But what this thing does, this ups the ball game of having a fishing log beyond your wildest dreams. Every cast is set up. Every cast is recorded. Every hook set is recorded. When you set the hook on a fish, once you land it, you press the button and it actually will confirm that that was a fish catch. It'll show you what it is. You can go back and you can actually add photos to it. You can actually see what's going on. Another thing about the Anglr app is that you can see day to day the actual weather conditions of the day that you were fishing. For example, let's just say that we're out here on my local body of water and we absolutely smash them, pitching these in the pads. Well, we come back the next year and we have an actual tournament the same week or roughly the same time of the year. I can go back and look on the Anglr web app and see exactly what we were doing that day. You can see as much as the cadence of your of the action of your rod. You can actually set it up to show what baits you're using. You can see how many fish you were caught per cast, so you can see the cast to catch ratio. Another cool thing is you can see the wind direction. You can see if the lake that you're in is available to have a weather buoy. You can actually see what the weather was like, or the water level was like. Was it high? Was it low? How much were they outputting at the dam of your lake? What was the water temperature that time of year? You can go back and see that exact same trip from last year and say, well, how does it measure up from what it was last year? Okay, I see that I was pitching the Strike King Rodent. Let's throw my G-Limits NRX rod, and we were pitching the pads on Lake Vesuvius. What is the weather conditions like that? Is it anywhere similar than it was like that last year? You can track year to year, day to day, and keep all this information logged in the web app without having to pick up a pen or pencil. Just think about it. Could you say 5 years ago what you caught fish on at the beginning of a particular lake? Probably not, unless you actually have a log book that you're writing this stuff down on. I personally didn't do that. 5 years ago, I would love to have the information that I had then, now. However, I didn't. I didn't have the wherewithal to actually grab a pen and pencil, write this stuff down, get all the information down. With this Anglr tracker and the free Anglr tracker app, or Anglr app, you can track every instance of your fishing trip all in the palm of your hand. If you have a smartphone, you can do it without the tracker. The tracker is optional. Tracker runs $139, but with the tracker you get 2 of the actual housing here. And you say if you want to get this thing out of here, you just pull the top up, this thing will come out. This is very light. A lot of people say, well, you spend all this money on these really lightweight rods, why do you want to add more weight to it? Promise you, you will not even feel this is on here. This is waterproof. It does float, so if you were to drop it into the lake, you can get it back out with a dip net or grab a hold of it. Again, to put it back in there, you're going to put the bottom in first, stretch the mount over it, and there it is. You notice that there are 2 O-rings that go around the rod. There are different types of O-rings, different size of O-rings that come with this thing for different action rods. Again, this is an NRX 853, so it's a 3-power, pretty much a medium action. So I'm using the second biggest ones to put it on there. You want it to be very tight. You don't want it to be messing around or bouncing around. One, it's going to mar your rod probably. Well, it's not going to mar it because it's all rubber. But you don't want to hear that clacking all day. Also, it won't be as accurate if it's bouncing around there because it does use an accelerometer to see exactly what you're doing with your rod. Again, this thing maps, casts, hook sets, pretty much everything that you want it to do. However, with the app, you can do that without having this. However, this unlocks a world of possibilities. So let's take a look at one of my recent fishing trips. As you can see here, that I didn't catch any fish up until a specific point of the day. You can actually see that as you drag down there, that what happened was the wind changed to actually started blowing from the east. All right, guys, let me talk to you a little bit about the Anglr web app, which is different than the smartphone app. You guys can get the smartphone app for free. You can use the lifetime of the app for free. However, there's a web-based version of the application that you can use. It's $50 a year, or you get 1 free year with an Anglr tracker purchase. You'd click on my account to log in there. I've already done that. So when you open that, you're going to see that it shows up here. The dashboard is going to show, you know, the lifetime of everything that you've done. You can change that here. You can custom range it, dates to dates, just do years. I have it set on lifetime here, which is what it shows up to. Here's all the hot maps. It shows where I've been fishing since I've used this. 9 trips total, 2 days, 8 hours on the water, roughly 150 miles there. What I want to show you here is the trips today. I was talking about the trip that that actually caught fish when the wind changed, and that was here at Paint Creek Lake on May 20th of this year. Notice that I have the fish catch pins toggled on here. They are on the map here, exactly where I caught the fish out on Paint Creek Lake. But what I want you to look at here is if you scroll down to find the actual wind direction here, if I hover over this fish catch, you can see that it was right exactly when the change from northeast to east wind direction there. Notice that I caught fish all day till here. My smartphone died at this point, forgot my charger, and I didn't charge it on the way there. But notice that the wind did change to southeast right before that happened. These were only 3 fish I caught all day. So when the wind changed to the southeast, I stopped catching fish. So it seems to me that the wind coming from the east made a huge difference this day. Within the first 10 minutes of the wind switching going to the east, I started catching fish. I caught fish all day while the wind was blowing to the east, or blowing from the east. As you notice that before that, I didn't get any bites, didn't catch any fish. Is that a coincidence? Who knows? However, with the Anglr tracker, you can actually see that I started catching fish immediately when the wind changed to the east. Would I have known this without having the tracker or the app? No, I wouldn't have, because I'm not paying attention to where the wind's coming from every second of the day. But now that I know that those fish bite better when the wind's coming from the east, I can plan trips around that. I can say if I want to go there tomorrow, I can say, is the wind going to be blowing from the east? If it's not, I may want to pick a better day. I may want to pick a different day. I can see things that I wouldn't normally be able to see. If you guys are interested in the Anglr tracker or the Anglr app, or you want to know how to use it, or if you have any questions about it, feel free to shoot me a message on YouTube or Facebook, and I will definitely help you out and get you actually using this in the correct manner. If you guys want to talk to me about the Anglr app, come and see me at ICAST. I'll be there working the Anglr booth on Wednesday and Thursday of ICAST. See you guys then.